this time. Sorry that I say it like this because I don't want to cover it.
No, of course.
But I don't need to talk about it. I mean, this like what it is.
Shem should help, God should help me.
Shem.
Good morning.
I'm here.
Good. Shem. Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and wow, happy to see you and everybody. And so we're dedicating this shir and our mitzvahs we do for to elevate the soul of my brother-in-law, my husband's brother. He passed away on Friday. Arthur ben Daniel, or second name Yosef ben Daniel, son of Daniel. May he have his neshama have elevation. Held up my sugar today. I brought samim, cloves, so we can make a bracha, but I didn't bring it. In other words, it's not in my bag. So went where everything else went that I forgot. That rabbit's hole. It was such a beautiful class on Perek Shira. It just opened up my heart. I've been wanting to say it for a long time, and I just don't. And now I really want to try again. And I heard this most beautiful story about Perek Shira that I've been wanting to share for months. I heard it months ago, and I told it to Doba. I said, "This is great for your class." I don't know if she ever did or didn't, but this boy was trying very hard to find a wife. Not a boy, a young man. And he was praying and wanting so much to get married. And he was getting older year after year. And I believe it was a rabbi that suggested he say Perek Shira, these phrases that all the animals and inanimate objects, just like we were learning this morning, praise Hashem, and the whole world does, in a symphony of oneness, and say it for 40 days. So he did. And towards the 31, 32, 33, he's going to meet his basher, he's going to meet his kala, his bride. It's all going to happen. It's happening. 40 days are coming to the end. 40 days came, no phone call, and went. And I don't remember if from his own heart or the rabbi suggested, say it again. Another 40 days. So he started again, another 40 days. And this time for sure, at the end of the 40th day, it's going to be 80 days. Hashem is going to send me my basher, the woman that's meant to be my wife. And it's 33, 34, 35, countdown. It's going to happen. Didn't happen. 40 came and went. So he davened, he said, okay, Hashem, I believe in you. I'm not going to give up. I know it's going to happen. And I'm going to try again. And so we're up to now the 119th day, 120. Well, Baruch Hashem, good news. Wow. He met and they went out and they wanted to get married and they got engaged. Okay, that in and of itself is a beautiful story. But just listen to this. At the engagement party, his future father-in-law, meaning his bride's father, wants to speak. And he gets up and says, I want to share with you something. I want to thank Hashem for all the kindness he's done for me. We have in our house, or had in our house, 3 older daughters. The Kala, who's engaged, and we're celebrating her engagement party tonight, and 2 older sisters. Kala, let's say, remember 26, and the older sisters, 29 and 33. Well, I want to tell you something. 80 days ago, my oldest daughter, my 33-year-old, that was the day that he finished his first round of Perek Shira, the 40th day of the first Perek Shira. 40 days ago, my second oldest daughter got engaged. That was his second round. And today, Mazel Tov to the Kala and the Chassan, the groom and the bride. And so he saw that not to give up. It wasn't going lost. Not one word we asked Hashem for. Not one, we talked about the carrot or the horse. I wonder if peanuts are in there. Does anyone know Perek Shira? Does a peanut praise Hashem?
don't remember seeing it.
Because I
had the book, but it's many colour illustrations.
Yeah.
That's so I
You're
don't
right.
remember.
Right.
It must be the from the Adamah, the ground.
From the ground, yeah, to praise Hashem. And every word we say to praise Hashem, what did Dova say? It doesn't just uplift the chicken soup, it uplifts every chicken in the world. So it helped for his future sister-in-laws to get engaged. And not to feel the pain of a younger sister getting engaged and an older one. What happened to me? It's 40, 80, and 120. I just thought that was so
It's amazing that you didn't give up.
Yes,
You know,
amazing.
I've done the 40 days thing, and then I'm like, done, give up. I give up, I'm honest. It's exhausting. It's like, okay, we're doing this for 40 days. I'm going to see the Sadiqim, I'm going to walk to Gamzu every day. And then it's just like, oh, I'm going to take this on 40 days. I give up. That is amazing. It's inspiring.
Where did you hear it?
But 120 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a you didn't hear it first thing.
This has a code.
You do it for me? Oh, word. Which I've actually do it 360 days.
Yes.
And
want to
It's been on my list
Or
before on my list in Deborah, Vanessa Deborah's putting out another shidduch. Make sure, and I'll tell you something.
thank you. That's why I'm here. Just to hear that.
And did you say Pershir the 40 days or whatever?
Whatever.
Gamzu.
So this and that and this,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like.
I've been davening 40 days times. I'm needing a calculator. That won't help. You need a computer, like for certain things to happen for years and years. And firstly, what I heard about tefillah is that even if we don't get what we're asking for, what do we get? That closeness with Hashem, the reliance, the relaxation. How does it be like? Okay, it's all good. I threw it on him. It's in his wide shoulders. I'm not alone in this journey or this problem, and it's under control. It's being taken care of, and that in itself makes us feel like relaxed. I've done mine. Yeah, I can put a V. I went to the doctor. Okay, that's up to Hashem, the results. But I did everything Hashem wants me to do. And now let me enjoy the rest of the day. Let me enjoy the rest of my life. Let me enjoy life, because it's not going to help by worrying and being heavy and sad and tight and uptight. That's not going to bring it. What will bring is that lightness of, okay, Hashem hears the sorrowful prayer of the poor person who has problems. I'm not saying we should throw on him everything with tears and with anguish and with whatever our heart, like we would talk to a very good friend or talk to Hashem, who can, not just he's our best friend, but he can help us with everything. And yet when we smile and laugh the rest of the day and feel light, it's showing Hashem, it's good, it's all good. What the Lubavitch Rebbe used to say, the check is in the mail. I didn't get it yet, but it's in the mail. So, it's on the way. So like, relax, it's coming. And I heard from Doron that he has a class, it's called Bakashatech Batipul. Your request is being worked on. Process. Thank you. And if you ever cross a very busy street in Israel and there's no red light and green light, so it seems like forever the oncoming traffic is coming, you're never going to get across that street. There's a little button to push, and that gives the cars the signal they get a red light. Must be very infrequently passenger, going across, not passengers, people that walk, pedestrians, thank you. We'll get there. Pedestrians cross the street probably infrequently enough that they don't want to stop the drivers every 2 minutes with a red light. But if you have to get across the street, so they get a red light. And this is what it says when you push the button. Bakashateh hitkabel. Your request is in process, is being processed. And that's what Hashem says when we ask him. It's being processed. You're getting it. It might take 120, it might take 3 rounds, it might take whatever. But meanwhile, relax and have a good day. Meanwhile, it's on I'm taking care, and you can rely on me. I'm good. I have your back. Hashem has our back. He's taking care of us. And so if that big burden is off of us, life could actually be, shall I say, sweet?
Well,
Fun?
we've been joking about it though, like I'm sure you know we're joking about like you try, you're going on, Hashem is in charge, everything's fine. Boom, the garbage truck is out there and it's like, what's that? What's that? Like it's just the situation we're in right now. You try your hardest to just have talking in a moment. But that garbage truck or that backfire
Throws us off.
gets your nerves.
But we don't give up. Hashem sees.
No.
I got tense. I got jumpy, and then, okay, Hashem, it's you. And thank you, Hashem. It's a garbage truck.
Right.
And let me be like, don't say, let me just fulfill all the worry and trauma and problems with the garbage truck,
Right.
and not with anything, nothing, or with lightning and thunder. In the winter there was thunder, and I asked a friend, how can you distinguish between thunder and a bomb or something? And she said she had an idea how to do it, but it should all be like that. Noise should be the heralding of Mashiach, and we should feel the good and feel the Yeshua very soon for everyone, for the captives, the soldiers, and for us, for all of us. There's this I really got excited about, and if we run out of time, I'm going to feel badly, because I read something about a peanut. Everything praises Hashem. That's why I asked you if peanuts are in there. Rabbi Victor Miller, he found from everything, the miracles in the eye, better than the most sophisticated camera. The miracles in the hand. There's so much going on in the hand. There's a specialty of Dr. Kafyad, the palm. That's a specialty. Okay, I can understand kidney, liver, palm of the hand, but yes, he specializes in palm, Kafyad. When my son got something in his hand, we went to Jerusalem to a specialist doctor in hospital Ein Kerem, Hadassah, for the hand, and she's better. So the nut, Rabbi Victor Miller talks about the wonders in creation, that everything is from Hashem. Reminded me of Perek Shira, where everything sings to Hashem. He said, he writes, the ordinary nut is eloquent testimony to the wisdom of the Creator. Consider the peanut. The peanut shell is designed to split in half to facilitate eating. You just go like that and it's in half. It has a seam along the middle, which cracks open easily and smoothly. In other words, it's not hard. You don't need a hammer, nothing. And then its meats, the part of the peanut that we eat, is protected by tight wrappers to keep out the dust in the ground. Here is a plan within the plan, because there's wrappers within the shell and the wrappers, so that it keeps out everything. And now listen to this. The peanut shell is systematically corrugated lengthwise and crosswise. You ever see a box? They call it corrugated boxes for that reason. If you tear off the top, you see lines going in both directions, keeps it stronger. Can't tear it that easily. Right. It's a purposeful arrangement to reinforce the strength of the shell. Just like lightweight materials, cardboard, metal cans are corrugated to increase their strength. Observe how the peanut meats are wrapped in attractive red wrappers. When we look inside, we note the absence of color. This says that the sole purpose of the color red is to make the nut meat conspicuous and attractive, that we should enjoy it, that we should see it, and we should enjoy it. It's red, because that's its function. Hashem wants us to enjoy his world, to enjoy his peanuts. And I thought this was so beautiful, especially, I don't know why, the part that it's corrugated on both sides, the outside, to keep it safe, and that, ants or animals or insects or anything should get in and make it ruined or rotten or dirty. To be fresh for us. It gives it in a package, like in a gift with wrapping on both sides. And I wanted to buy some peanuts so we could see for ourselves the greatness and the great wisdom of Hashem. Wow. So you'd like
Now I'm going to study it.
Yeah, I have wow,
I
that's a
love
big
these.
one.
These called monkey nuts.
Yeah? I don't know if they had them. I went to Breshit this
These are
morning.
on me, and there's a little kid. I would love. They'd be like a tree.
Oh yeah, and that's where you find them. Up the tree?
No, a treat. My dad
Yeah.
would bring them like from somewhere a treat.
Tree.
And it's like it was like a
It's a
treat to
monkey.
have such a as a child to be able to do this.
But look at the
So I'm
scene.
obsessed with it. Yeah,
You see the
amazing.
seam in the middle when you break it, and
I
then
was trying to figure out what nuts you were talking
look at
about.
the corrugation, corrugated, how
Yeah,
on both
it's
sides.
a corrugated like you know,
Uh-huh.
like
To
texture.
protect everything outside.
Wow.
And here's this pink, I'll give you another one. You could take about one and bring home another. Here's the pink cover.
It's very beautiful, pretty color. It's like a terracotta. Look, this color.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. And then inside is the nut being protected.
Okay. You know, designers, like clothing designers, get their ideas of colors from stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mhm.
like shades. This is how they get their inspiration.
Okay, now they're fresh.
Something, but I try to make it very short, because otherwise I hate the blur. But I'm educated as a sculptor, and I always work with forms from nature.
Yeah.
Like plants and from nature derived patterns. But this shell, I was teaching for a long time also at the Academy of Fine Arts in Belgium, in Ghent, and I teach my students, if they made a mold around the form, that it should be this shape, because just one layer of plaster, very thin, and to make it strong, they had to make such a line. So the molds that were made technically in a good way, it had this structure.
Look at
It's,
that.
it's,
Uh-huh.
it's very funny.
Very, very.
Yeah.
You had the same idea that Hashem
Yes.
had by creating what do we think of a peanut? A
But
peanut,
I
like
looked always a lot to nature.
To nature.
But it was not. It was already very old way to do it, because if you put too much plaster on the form, you have to use too much force to get the sculpture out of it. So you have to make it strong enough,
right, the right
but
balance.
also not too strong, so you can easily
Right,
take it
everything
off
has to be
when
perfect,
the
fine-tuned.
sculpture is made.
Exactly the right balance. Hashem
Yes.
does everything in the exact right balance. The sun is very far away from us, thousands of miles. I don't know. If it would be 1 milliliter, like 1 inch farther away, we would all freeze. It would be 1 inch closer, the whole planet would burn. It's the perfect timing that Hashem does everything. Every single day, he brings up the sun, he brings it down. This is a peanut. And I realized that I really wanted to share this because I dreamt about it. I dreamt about finding peanuts in my kitchen drawer. I said, oh, good, I don't have to go to Bereshit. I found a few. Great. And when I went to Bereshit today, I haven't had a peanut in years, especially with the shell. I said, do you sell peanuts? Yes. With shells? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, get me that. So, Baruch Hashem, that's a story about peanuts. And let's go on to our Bamidbar. Bamidbar is the beginning of the whole book. There are 5 books of Torah. Bamidbar is the 4th book of the 5 books of Torah, and we're starting Parsha Bamidbar. And if we look at the word Bamidbar, it's interesting. Bamidbar. And the last of the 5 books, which we'll read until Sukkot, is called Devarim. Anyone can read this?
Yeah.
The one we're starting today, the 4th book of the 5 books of Moshe, is Bamidbar. And next will be Devarim. Does anyone see in both Bamidbar and Devarim 3 letters that are the same, that are found in both words, in both names of the books? What are they? That's 1 letter, but there's 3 in a row that
3 in a
are
row.
found in both.
3 letters.
Solid,
The
Beit Resh.
Reish. Thank you.
Yeah, but in this order.
See, we have Bamidbar, which means in the desert, it's the fourth of the 5 books, and Devarim. These are the words of Moses. See, there's Dalet Beis Resh, which spells the word daber, to speak. To speak. Hashem is telling us something. He's not just making up a name of a book.
Daber is then related to Daven.
To daven, to daber, right, daven, right, to daven with words of prayers,
Yes.
to ask, to thank. And so Bamidbar, that was a strange place that the Mishkan should be built. Bamidbar is a place of snakes, scorpions, a lot of scary things. There's no water there. It's a place that you would think would be the last place for the Torah to be given. And that's what Hashem is telling us. Even when you're stuck in life in a place that feels like there's nothing happening, there's nothing giving me any warmth or happiness or light or water, which everybody needs, then that's the place that I'm hiding in, that I'm going to show you. That's the place that I'm going to connect. That's the place that you'll find me. Sometimes from the lowest places is where we find Hashem, and He gives us the advice and the hint what to do. Sorry, can we open the air conditioner? Is it
I think
working?
it isn't.
We try?
Yeah,
Oh, it's this.
that's not an air conditioner, it's a humidifier.
Oh, okay.
I use my fan.
Yeah. Well, you
I
can
just, it's a
use
very
some
humid hot
paper.
day today.
Yeah.
And she's got I'm gonna get one of those.
I'm good. If anyone needs it, thank you. So cute.
I have this, it's okay. It's worth it.
So Hashem is telling us, teaching us, my dear children, even if you're found in the lowest place that has snakes, which are the impure animals that are getting you, and you found in a place basically far from me, basically a place of sin, daber. The word daber, just talk, just open up your mouth, just connect. I'm there listening for you. I'm there with you. Like when you push the button and you want to cross the street, and there's a recording that comes out, your request is being processed. Just open your mouth and talk. And when we learn that, it's very it's the last 2 books of the whole 5 books of Moses, of Moshe. Reminds us to talk, to just open up and connect with Hashem and to communicate with Him. He's waiting and ready to hear us. So this Parsha that we're up to often, maybe always, comes right before Shavuos, the giving of the Torah. And what do we learn in Bamidbar? What is the first pasuk of Bamidbar? Which we learn something that will help us and prepare us to connect and to take upon ourselves into the holy Torah that we're going to get on Shavuos. Again, Shavuos is not just a history where once we got the Torah, we get it again every single year. Every single year, Hashem gives us, renews with us the Torah. It's like a restart. It's like we have a rejuvenation. Our soul becomes new with the Torah, with the connection, with the relationship with Hashem. So the first pasuk and the first chapter of the first parsha of the whole Sefer Bamidbar. Bachachan, would you like to read it?
That's a long one.
The first is by Yadaber Hashem. Yeah?
Of course, this one. Give me a
Oh, okay. Kaya, would you read it to us?
וידבר השם אל משה במדבר סיני, באוהל מועד אחד לחודש השני בשנה השנית לצאתם מארץ מצרים לאמור. You can do the English.
On the first day of the second month, in the second year following the exodus from the land of Egypt, Hashem spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting, saying,
Well, thank you. So this is teaching us that why did Hashem count us in the Midbar? And Rashi says something very, very beautiful. He counted us in the Midbar, in the desert, to show His love to us. When you like something, when you love something, you're forever counting it. The kid has he collects stamps. He collects marbles. He's forever counting them. I have 45. Now I have 46. You know, my dear friends give me these tea covers. Thank you. Tea covers, tea packets, empty, because my grandchildren collect them. And they're so excited. I have 200, I have 201, and they count them. When you like something and love something, you count it over and over. And Rashi says exactly that. Hashem counted us over and over, mitochi basam, because he loves us very much. And we're so precious. Like a person who counts, he has $1,000 bills. He's very rich. I want to see how many I have, and then when he's feeling down or something, he goes over to the living room or into his safe and he takes them out, 1,000, 2,000. It makes him feel good. It's so precious to him. We count precious diamonds, precious stones. Hashem counts precious us, and he loves us so much. And Rashi says he counts us a lot of times. He counts us very, very many times. Like he counted us when we left Egypt. He counted us after the sin of the eagle, the golden calf, to see not how many, God forbid, perished, but how many survived. He just wants to breathe into us the love that he feels for us. And he counts us now to when the Mishkan, the holy tabernacle, was made in the desert. Again, what's a place of a desert? Desert has nothing in it. And that's the place we connect to Hashem. That's the place we say, I don't really need anything, just you, Hashem. And he says to us, I'm here for you. Don't be scared. Don't give up. You said Perak Shiro twice. Say it again. Don't give up. And I'm here for you. And we're reading right before Shavuos. The holiday of the giving of the Torah is in a week from tomorrow night, around the corner. And it's a reenactment of the wedding that we have with Hashem. And a wedding is, Hashem says to us, I am yours forever, and you are mine forever. No matter what, no matter we fall into exile and we go and do we start looking exactly like all the other countries and all the other peoples, and we learn from their actions. And after we fall into all kinds of impure states, Hashem says, it's okay, you're mine forever. Nothing can keep us away from each other, and nothing can stop my love for you. As long as we're called a Jew, then Hashem has tremendous pleasure from us. He boasts about us. He's like so proud of us. We could be the lowest Jew, farthest from him, not even keeping Torah mitzvahs, God forbid. And he's proud and loves the little small things that we do. He's proud and loves each of us. And that's the word Shavuos, which is the coming up holiday next week. Shavuos. Does anyone know what the word, like in the Hebrew language, Shavuos means?
Weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah, Shavuot.
Shavuot. Have a good week. So that's many weeks, because now we're counting the 7 weeks between Pesach and Shavuos, where in Pesach we left Egypt, we were slaves. We're on the lowest level, the 49th level of impurity, almost to the 50th level, which is the lowest. We were actually fell just like the Egyptians. We were serving idols then. And the angel said to Hashem, why are you saving them? The Jewish people, the Israelites, also the Egyptians, and they are both serving idols. They're my people. They're my people. And it took 49 days to come to the level of receiving the Holy Torah. So that's Shavuos, like we said, weeks. And then there's another word, that the word Shavuos is in there. Anyone can see the word in there?
Vow.
A vow, right. The word Shavua means nishba, person vows. He gives a promise. Promise, like, do you promise me? Shavua. But there's 2 Shavuos here. There's 2 vows. Why 2? Why 2 vows? Well, just like, what did she say about 2 things today? 2, tell Hashem. Well, we'll go on from there. It's already been 45 minutes. So Shavuos are 2 vows. One vow is Hashem to us. I vow that I will never leave you. I vow you Jewish people are my children, my people that I Thank you. Are mine forever. The other one is we promise them. You, Hashem, are mine. It's two ways forever. And how? Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
So thank you. It's two-way. He loves us and we love him. And he says to us, who are betrothed to be forever. That's Shavuos. We're reminding ourselves, we're reliving, we're reinstating, it's a restart. We get a new soul on Shavuos. We get new chiyus, new love, new life, and new closeness to Hashem, because we remind ourselves, why are we doing this? It's not just a business contract. We're not just his slaves or his servants. Okay, I take on that if I do this, I'll get paid at the end of the day or week or month. I don't do it with my heart. I do it for the paycheck. Here, this is with our heart. Remind ourselves of the commitment, of the love, of the closeness, of the yearning. And when we have that yearning forever, then we do mitzvahs. We do mitzvahs with a tremendous simcha, tremendous joy, and a tremendous excitement. It's not just the dry, technical, okay, I have to do it because I get paid for it, and we have a contract, I have to live up to my side of it. No, it's so much more than that. It's remembering the chuppah. It's remembering the chasana of where we get a new neshama every single year, and that's the greatness, one of the greatness of Shavuos, Shavuot. Two Shavuos, Hashem to us and us to Hashem. So what is the importance that every single Jew is counted? We're reading this the week before Shavuos. Okay, every Jew is counted. So what? What does that mean? What does that tell us? It tells us firstly that each of us count. Hashem, what happened in the desert is that every single Jew went before Moses and Aaron and the elders and said, my name is Chaim, the son of Yaakov. And at that moment, they accepted him, and they said, "You're part of us. You're part of Hashem's people." And at that moment, they received, each person, the Zohar says, new neshama. So the counting is because we're so important, because we're so beloved. That Hashem doesn't just, okay, there's 1,000 of them, put a V. No, we want to hear your name and your name. You're important. You're important. Just like we all sing our individual praises and songs to Hashem. So Hashem sees each of us individually, uniquely, as his only daughter, as his only child. That's how he cares. And so he counts each of us because each of us count, because each of us, he loves us. And that is the Torah. When we learn the Torah, we're able to connect with Hashem. Many of us are busy all day. We go to sleep. I say to myself, what did I do today? Where did the time fly? Wait a minute, did I do anything good? And then that's the Yetzer Hara. He wants to say, no, go to sleep. Nobody needs you. Nobody notices you're up or not. Nobody cares. Just go to sleep. In fact, tomorrow, don't get up early. For what? To waste another day? To be dry? No, that's what he wants us to think. So we'll go to sleep for the next 120 years. The truth is the opposite. Every single thing we do is so precious. I just made shahako. The angels are dancing. Remember the farmer that said Baruch Hu and thousands of said Amen, the farmer's boy. Well, I love that story. Love it. And I said, Moida Ani today, thank you Hashem for giving me back my soul, which he took at night. And I'm a new person. And once this rabbi, he put the tallis around him in the morning. They say a prayer of men and they put the tallis. When he unfolded it and you saw him again, he said, you're looking at a new person. Because I'm not who I was before I wrapped myself in the towels, before I said Moida Ani. So we're rejuvenating and we live and becoming fresh with all the mitzvahs that we do. And it's because of that great love. I want to make you a coffee, is it to say, I want to do your Torah. I'm running after you. I'm running after you. It's such a simcha. And the Rebbe of Chabad says that the amazing, if we would feel how important and how binding the Torah is to us and how much we're close to Hashem through the Torah, because it's late, I'm skipping. The Baal Tanya said, "Hu yichud mufla she'ein yichud kamohu." It's very powerful words. When we learn the Torah, when we do mitzvahs, when we daven, we have such a oneness, a unity with Hashem that nothing else can compare to. Nothing in the world can compare to that. It's the closeness of, the Zohar says, we, the Jewish people, Hashem and his Torah are all one. And when we merit, whether it's a minute a day, on every person's level, to peek into the Torah, to peek into prayer, to have a little touch of it, touching eternity, touching Hashem. And that makes, I would say, the rest of the grind of life meaningful, because we have those moments. And I want to say more. This is based on a class of Rabbi Yossi Zakotinsky and another class, Rabbi Fishel Schachter. And he goes on to say, it's not enough to have the moments. Okay, this man who worked like from 9 to 5, he says, I feel very connected to Hashem before 9 o'clock. I pray Shachris, I pray in Shul, and I learn a little bit Daf Yomi in the morning. And then after 5 o'clock, after I get home and eat dinner, I also pray evening service. That's when I feel connected. But the 9 to 5, which is most hours of his waking hours, I'm at work. I feel like I'm living a double life. And the Torah teaches us right here, bring that work into closeness and love with Hashem. Bring our embroidery, bring our shopping, bring our washing dishes, bring our work, whatever we do, to Hashem. It's a song to Hashem. Look, if the if the carrots can sing songs to Hashem, certainly we can, and certainly we do. And it's not just when we're opening up the book, the Siddur or the Chumash, which is amazing. That's giving us that tremendous closeness, but it's when we're shopping and sewing and cleaning, because we're doing it with the song. I have a good friend who I used to meet when we lived in Yerushalayim at the Kaisel a lot. I think she went, if not every day, 4 times a week. I always saw her at the Kaisel, whether we go together or we meet her here. And then she got very busy at her job, her career. She's a therapist, psychologist, and she helps people all day long. And she has a lot of clients because she's very, very good, very caring, very wise, and a big, big heart. And I say, I haven't seen you at the Kosel recently. You want to go? She said, oh, I'd love to, but I'm so busy. And then she said, instead of the prayer, I'm trying to make my whole life one long prayer to Hashem, one long song to Hashem, because she's with a client, a patient, whatever she's doing. That's what we should bring up the Torah and bring up. We learned this on Shavuos. Bring up that we're always in love. We're always on. Okay, we have ups and downs. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we've done that Perek Shira not 3 times in a row, but 30 times in a row. But Hashem is there. He says, whatever you're asking me, my dear daughter, is in, I'm processing it. I'm doing it for you. Don't worry. And there's going to come a time when the story, it's not yet over, and when we're going to see that everything was good, everything was for our best. And we get a glimpse of this. And this is what we learned on Shavuos, this chasana with Hashem. And why are we so excited about Hashem? Because he's so excited about us. He chose us and loves each and every one of us. So of course we're going to act in Kan, or react in Kan. Of course we're going to do his mitzvahs when we're going to want to. Anyway, with a passion, with a love, with an excitement. Because he gave it to us with passion and love and excitement. And that's what we learn about from Hashem counting us. And then the letter Aleph, which we spoke about last week. Remember, the Aleph is the first letter of the alphabet, and it felt bad that the Torah began with a base. Hashem, what about me? And he said, don't worry, I'll start the 10 Commandments. Torah, it's an Aleph. Anochi, I am Hashem, your God. And so the letter Aleph is spelled like this. This is basically, right? And if you look at it, what 3 letters do you see? Within the letter Aleph, it's comprised of 3 letters. Do you see them? What are they?
Good.
Yud.
No.
Above a little bit on the side, like, and I wrote it wrong. I'm going to change
You're
it.
the Novava Yud.
2 Yuds.
2 years.
And thank you, an upper Yud and a lower Yud.
So it's that the Yud of Shem, which is concealed, and the Yud which is
Revealed.
Yeah.
Right, beautiful. Right. And it's the upper Yud is Chachma. Yud is like Hashem's wisdom. There's the higher wisdom and the lower. And above is us. Above is our prayer. Above is the Jew who's connecting the higher wisdom to the lower. We're connecting the revealed wisdom, like you said, to the concealed wisdom. And that's our job. And what does this equal? What does this letter equal? Well, let's say, what is 10? In the English, there's a grammatical number for every letter. Aleph is 1.
Yeah.
This whole thing is one Hashem. To make the whole world one, to unify the whole world into one, us and Hashem, which are one. But if we break it up, 10 commandments,
Yes,
what about it?
that the number 10 refers to
Right.
10 commandments.
10 commandments, yes, right. The 10, it's a 10. And the Aleph has 3 components. We just said one is a Yud. Which does Yud equal in Hebrew alphabet? 10. Thank you. The lower Yud, how much does that equal? 10. And what's in the middle?
6.
The Vav, 6. And what is 10 plus 10 plus 6 equal?
Hashem's name.
26, Hashem's name. We are unifying the revealed and the concealed Chachma of Hashem. The higher and the lower. We're unifying it with Vav, with our prayers, with our mitzvahs. And that's the Aleph. And if we remember that, it's like the Aleph base of learning Torah. Remember that, then our whole day is going to be full of Torah and mitzvahs. Even if we're cleaning the floor.
And how is Vav symbolizing us?
Above is like the connector. The Jewish
Yes.
people connect from above to
Yes.
below, from the revealed to the concealed. And we do it through learning Torah, through prayer, and through mitzvah. May we all be zocheh to have a holy and a happy Shavuos, receiving the Torah from anew this year, and having to redo our connections and our everlasting, forever closeness and betrothal, being betrothed to Hashem. And it's Hashem. You will feel it, and we'll be very proud and happy to be who we are.
Thank you.
Anybody has inaction today?
Oh, thank you.